last one. How good are we at doing this one? Celebrating wins. Who celebrates their wins here? Okay, good. Now let me qualify that a little bit more. Do you celebrate the big wins or do you celebrate the mini milestones along the way? Oh, micro. I'm looking at Kelly. Kelly's got the little ones. Because, and then that's really good because a lot of the time it's like, oh, I'm going to celebrate when I get my first keynote at 10K. Okay, brilliant, great. But how much work do you have to get to that point that you're not giving yourself that acknowledgement along the way? So find ways of giving yourself that grace to acknowledge everything. You have to froth on your own life. Oh, froth on your own. I haven't heard that as an expression. I feel like I need to say it with an Aussie accent. So, but it is, if you can celebrate. So I want you today, so every one of you today went through a limiting belief. You had a new belief that came out of that, and you had lots of new actions that you started to put down. Right this moment, I want you to write down something that you're going to do to celebrate a win. And it's a win along the way. It doesn't have to be the big be all end all, just something that you are going to do.
Diane, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you say celebrate a win, do you have to tell everyone? Like, for example, I had a win yesterday. So I sent a text message to one of my friends and I said to her, would you like to have lunch with me? Actually, I said yesterday, Wednesday or next Wednesday. And it was short notice. So we are meeting next Wednesday. But I won't necessarily say that I just had a win.
Yes, you don't have to. And that is the beauty of it. Like you can you're celebrating a win, can be sitting down with a good book. You know, you can have half an hour away from the kids, just sit and enjoy it. Buy yourself a nice bottle of red wine. It doesn't have to be going off to Tahiti. It doesn't have to be shouting it from the rooftops. Just doing something to acknowledge and, you know, whether it's quietly or loudly, patting yourself on the back. So, and I do encourage everybody that as you go through this, because this speaker journey and when you're influencing, when you're an author, when you're putting out programs, when you're pitching, there are so many things that can get us down, so many things that can make us doubt. That is why these habits are here. These habits are going to help you keep your confidence. And it's, you know, they are all the simplest of things. Your power move. That am I operating above the line, below the line, and moving yourself back up above the line? The power of the language and observing the language that you're using to yourself and to others, and particularly in the material that you are presenting out into the world. Having a grateful life, just coming from a place of gratitude, and then also celebrating your wins. If you start to embody these practices and these habits, then your confidence level is going to get higher and higher and higher. And they are the simplest things, but I do encourage each of you to do all of these. So I just want to see in the chat if you can go through and just tell me which one resonated with you the most. And Laura, I'm just going to come to you. Go ahead.
I just wanted to clarify because I think I got lost in the chart. I got the part where we talked about let me just look at it. Sorry. I understood the power move. I think I got lost with the cause and the effect, and the other three I was fine with because you talked about above and below the line. So when you were talking about that was that what you were talking about in regards to cause and effect?
Yes, I'm going to show it up here again. And I did because I mentioned it at the beginning. Laura, you're absolutely right. I mentioned it at the beginning, but you hadn't seen the content yet. When we talk in terms of cause and effect, a lot of the time people get completely lost, and the simpler way to talk about it is operating above and below the line, and people get it. And it's, yeah, I'm going to ask if we can get this slide updated to just be above and below the line,
Right.
because once we go back to cause and effect, but
Gotcha.
it's an NLP term that is used quite a lot, and I'm sure a lot of the coaches in the room will be familiar with it. But for the purposes of these kinds of sessions, you don't need to go into the whole NLP side of it. We just need to keep it as,
and that's what I was going to ask next time. It's because you had said NLP and then cause and effect, and so I was kind of just waiting if there was anything more with that. But if so, I didn't miss it then. That's fine.
No, you didn't. You absolutely did not. It's and you know, I think we tied the above and below the line to a couple of different elements there as well.
Yeah.
So I do, because I'm conscious of time, and I know everybody's going to be dying to get home to their families and get the end of their day. This for you. So we have gone through what is confidence, what is certainty. We have looked at some of the masters and seen how they're operating, and knowing that each one of them are being authentic to themselves. They're showing up in a way that is authentic to who they are. And authenticity trumps everything in the work that you do. We've looked at some of our beliefs. We've gone through those limiting beliefs, the ones that hold us back. And we spent considerable time today going through and digging into, you know, the aches and pains of that limiting belief and transforming it. So everyone coming together, working in pairs to transform your limiting belief into something that is now going to empower you. And not only that, now you have this new belief, and it will take some time to integrate that. So just making sure that whether you use it as an affirmation, whether you put it on a Post-it note on your desk, whether you put it on your screensaver on your phone, just have a way of just bringing it to life, just so it starts to integrate that little bit more. And then coming back to these habits that are going to build confidence. So your power move, the cause and effect, or above the line, below the line, the power of your language, living a grateful life, and celebrating your wins. Some of these things are so simple to do, but like a lot of things that are simple, we understand it intellectually, but we don't necessarily do them in our everyday lives. So right now you are equipped with the tools, and you can actually go through that limiting belief process yourself at any point in time. If you think, I'm holding myself back, I'm not able to make this phone call, I'm not able to make this pitch, go through that process. You can do it in 2 minutes flat. Just go through it ruthlessly, and you will shift your mindset in that moment. It may not stick as well as if you were having a really long session, but it will get you through that moment.